The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Prescott on first down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On third down, it's Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory, throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's pulled in at the 32. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Paul ought to give up the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The slot man in motion right. They'll run with Hall. And this play doesn't go anywhere. backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
On just about every team, okay, forget it. On every team, the goal is to be in 3rd and what they call manageable, to give yourself a chance to pick up a first down. How about that call on 2nd down? The big man puts them in position to make it 3rd and manageable. I wonder if he'll get a second chance at it to try and pick up the first down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. Touchdown Jets. Breece Hall, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it makes it a 7-3 lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Prescott off play action. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wilson. He dumps this one off here to Hall. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. Rondale Moore, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 13, Jets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jets take over at 13 Jets. Their own 25-yard line. The
New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Jets punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, a run with Hall. And some space here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jets are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And we'll give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Ball again on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 34. 122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they conclude their long time here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. This is Lamb on the end around. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
61. Pass box. Right. General. Pass.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Now they'll get this to Mims on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Straight ahead is Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slip. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A handoff for Hall. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Hall again on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Now 3rd and
66, going high.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 2. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll find Hall. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Line of scrimmage back at their own 3 now as they come up 2nd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Charles, a lot